Asterisk asterisk framed by power. The story of Alana Green asterisk asterisk. The faint glow of streetlights cast long shadows across the cracked sidewalk as Alana Green trudged home from her shift at Rose's Diner. Each step sent throbs through her tired legs, a reminder of the exhausting 8-hour shift. The lingering scent of French fries clung to her hair, and her uniform, simple black pants and a stained polo, betrayed the grease she'd encountered throughout the night. As she adjusted her backpack, Alana slipped her hand into her pocket, counting her tips for the third time that evening. $79.87, she whispered, her fingers delicately sifting through every crumpled bill and coin. With a total of $212 saved, she was getting closer to affording the college application fees for Howard University. Asterisk and more double shift asterisk Alana thought asterisk and maybe I can finally submit my application asterisk. The crisp autumn air felt refreshing against her skin as she walked down Juniper Street, passing darkened storefronts that reflected her shadow. She tugged her denim jacket tighter around her shoulders, feeling the weight of her chemistry textbook in her backpack, a constant, albeit comforting presence. A soft hum tugged at her attention. As she glanced to her left, she saw a police cruiser creeping along behind her, its engine whispering like a predator stalking its prey. Anxiety crawled up her spine, and she forced herself to maintain a steady pace. Asterisk, it's just a routine patrol. Asterisk, she reassured herself, inhaling deeply to steady her breathing. But the cruiser didn't pass, it continued to trail her. Suddenly, the wail of sirens split the calm of the evening, the blare piercing through her thoughts. Blinding lights bathed her in white, casting everything in stark contrasts. Hands where we can see them. Get on the ground, now, barked a voice through the loudspeaker. Frozen in place, Alana raised her hands, trembling. Just then, 2 officers sprang from the vehicle, weapons drawn. Officer Grant Reynolds, stocky with pale skin and cropped grey hair, seized Alana by the arm and shoved her face first against the hot hood of the cruiser, her cheeks searing against the metal. I don't understand. Alana stammered, panic squeezing the air from her lungs. What did I do? But Reynolds paid no mind, twisting her wrists into cuffs that dug cruelly into her skin. Armed carjacking 3 blocks away. You matched the description. No, I was at Rose's all night. Check the cameras. Talk to my manager. Alana pleaded, her voice cracking as Reynolds lifted her and shoved her into the back of the cruiser. Bystanders gawked from the sidewalk, their faces an amalgamation of silent judgment, their phones out and recording the scene. Inside the cruiser, Alana's heart raced as she watched her world shrink away. Her chemistry book fluttered open on the sidewalk, pages lifting like broken wings in the wind. They sped toward the police station, where the air smelled of bleach and cold coffee. Under the glare of harsh fluorescent lights, Alana was fingerprinted, photographed, and searched. Her hoodie was taken, leaving her shivering in a thin t-shirt. Eventually, she found herself in a holding cell filled with 3 other women, all of them weary and expressionless. Don't I get a phone call? Alana finally asked an officer during shift change. You'll get one eventually, he sneered, brushing past her. Hours dragged on, the unchanging fluorescent lights making it impossible to tell night from day. Finally, a rumpled public defender arrived. I'm Gavin Pierce, he said without making eye contact. We need to prepare for your hearing. I'm innocent. Alana pleaded. I was at work. We'll talk strategy. No time now, he replied quickly. In court the next morning, Alana shuffled in, still wearing her stained diner uniform. Judge Raymond Caldwell presided over the proceedings, his silver hair gleaming under the morning light, his eyes cold as stone. The prosecutor laid out the charges with dramatic flair. Armed carjacking, terrorizing an innocent victim, and fleeing the scene. When Pierce attempted to argue for a delay to gather evidence, including surveillance footage from Rose's Diner and time card records, Caldwell interrupted. The victim identified the defendant. "The evidence is clear." Alana burst out, "I was at work. You can ask." Silence. Caldwell shot back, his voice cruel. In one swift, merciless moment, he sentenced her to 5 years in juvenile detention. Her mother, Dedra Green, screamed from the gallery while her little sister Maya stood frozen beside her, clutching their mother's hand. But Maya wasn't done. As the bailiffs dragged Alana away, she yanked Dedra's phone and made a call. "Daddy." Mia's voice quivered, echoing in the suddenly still courtroom. The doors crashed open, and U.S. Attorney General Julian Green strode in, his presence crackling with intensity. "Release my daughter," he declared, his voice resonating throughout the room. Judge Caldwell's smirk evaporated. "Mr. Green, this is my courtroom," he said, attempting to regain control. "Your position holds no authority here," Julian replied, his icy gaze unwavering. "Then you won't mind if I give this case my personal attention." Panic flickered behind Caldwell's eyes. "Remove the defendant," he ordered quickly. But the weight of Julian's stare promised that this was far from over. Outside, media personnel swarmed Julian as cameras flashed and microphones were shoved forward. That evening, Julian and his legal team worked tirelessly, but every door seemed to close. Witnesses recanted, evidence vanished, and court clerks misplaced files. Someone was pulling strings. Julian made a call to investigative journalist Maya Sterling. "I need your help," he said urgently. Chaos ensued as Mia dug up emails, financial records, and testimony from whistleblowers. Judge Caldwell was not only corrupt, he was part of a quarter system benefiting private juvenile detention centers. Each conviction filled his pockets. Maya's expose went live, and headlines blared. "Private prisons payoffs. Judge Caldwell implicated in juvenile injustice scandal." Protests erupted, and federal investigations began to swirl around Caldwell. In Greystone Juvenile Detention Center, Alana endured freezing nights, violent guards, and frequent humiliation. Her cellmate, Sasha King, taught Alana how to survive. "You keep your head down," Sasha whispered, "and you fight when it counts." But a beating at the hands of Officer Burke nearly broke Alana's spirit. Desperately, Julian and Mia built a solid case against Caldwell. Nathan Brody, a former guard, came forward with logbooks and videos. As public outrage surged, the final blow arrived. Security footage from a gas station revealed 2 white teens stealing the car Alana had been accused of carjacking. Julian's team discovered the tape just before Caldwell's associates could destroy it. With evidence mounting, a federal judge overturned Alana's conviction, and she was released into her mother's and Mia's embrace. Caldwell was arrested, charged with corruption, conspiracy, and abuse of power. Warden Draper and Officer Burke followed suit. Alana's journey, however, was just beginning. She enrolled in Howard University's pre-law program, her goal crystal clear: to fight for those left behind. Letters from Sasha at Greystone reminded her of the work still to be accomplished. At her graduation, Alana stood tall, her diploma a testament that they hadn't broken her. Her first case, a class action lawsuit against the very private prison company that profited from her pain, was gonna set the tone. "I'm not here just for me," she addressed a room full of activists. "I'm here for every kid still trapped in that system." The fight wasn't over, it was only just beginning.